Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's video, we're going to check out another pouch that Atlas 46 sent me out, and they actually sent me this one the same time as the Murphy Speed pouch over there, which I have absolutely loved. It's become my go-to for my T6 1000 Pro, and then a few more tools to do electrical diagnostic work. That one has stayed in my truck ever since I made that video. In fact, I tried a lot of other pouches to kind of work for that specific meter. I even bought the Veto Mp2X, and I felt like that middle pocket was like way too big. My meter just bounced around like crazy. That one has been a great fit for that so far, so I really do like that. And this one, I wanted to wait a little while before I did a review. I got it at the same time as that one, but I wanted to put it to use and get a feel for it, see what I thought about it. And basically here recently, I went into a commercial suite where they had 32 fluorescent lights that I changed out with some flat panel LEDs. And I basically used this on that entire job, and I've used it on a few jobs since then. And what I did was I took all my tools out of my MP2X, which is normally my go-to like electrical work bag where I don't need a meter or anything like that. That's what I've been using. I took everything out of that, basically put it in this one. That way I had the same exact tools. Decided to see how it was that I like pulling the tools in and out of this one, maybe compared to my Veto MP2X, and just see how I got the work done and see how well I liked it. And then now I've moved those tools back into my MP2X for the purpose of this video so that I can pull those out, and I'm going to put them in here as we go over like all the details. So again, this is the Technician's pouch. It's going to run you 130 bucks. This is the Coyote brown with the high vis orange. They also have a black option with the high vis orange as well. So if you like black, I typically buy the Coyote brown and the Atlas because that's what all my vests are. But I don't mind black stuff as far as for pouches and stuff. I just normally buy the brown. Now, two things that are on here right now that don't come with it. I just so happen to have them on here because I was using it. This is a tape measure clip from Atlas 46. Just to make your tape slide on and off. I actually bought this, one of the first things I bought from them whenever I bought a vest. So that doesn't normally sit on here. And then there's also this, which doesn't normally sit on here either. That came with my pipe buy. So I was using those in my work. I'll probably put them back on here. But just to show you, this is exactly what you're going to get if you actually buy this. So it has 8 pockets in here. As far as for tool pockets, they're pretty decently in length. I'll put some tools in here in just a minute, but I want to show it to you empty first. So there's 8 slots for tools, and then there's kind of a bigger spot in the middle for you to be able to put some bigger stuff as well if you wanted to. There's one pocket back here in the back that you can put bigger tools in, but it's been perfect for me for like a little square or something like that. It's actually pretty nice for a speed square. Then you have up here some attachment points. You could use this for a tape measure. It's kind of a aim slot is what they call them. So you can slide a tape measure on there, but you can also put some other stuff in that as well. It's kind of a slot where you can slide anything on there that's got some sort of a clip on it. And then up here in the front, you got 3 more spots, kind of the length for good for precision drivers or something like that. And then a bigger pocket up here. And again, I'm going to stick tools in here to give you an idea of the actual size. And then you do have this here. So as far as the connection and how it goes onto your belt, this is where Atlas's is pretty nice. If you like this, I'm still more of a fan of just a clip because I move my stuff around a lot. But if you're somebody who actually, this is the only pouch you're going to use, so because I use multiple pouches for a lot of different stuff. But if you get into their system, it's kind of like the Tough Built type stuff, except better, in my opinion. This is one of the better click lock systems I've seen. I talked about it a lot in that Murphy Speed pouch review. But you essentially have a disc that's on the back of your pouches, and they've got multiple things that have this. You can buy multiple pouches, use this setup, and then you've got the part that you actually click on to your belt. So we come over here, I'm gonna grab this belt right here just to show you. So you have this unlock right here, push in on these. You've probably seen a lot of these. It comes with adjustments in here, so you can take these out, move them up and down to get to the right width of whatever belt that you have. It actually comes with more than this. I've taken some out. But once you get it adjusted to your belt, and I think it does 1 3/4 inch max, if I remember right. Now you can probably get by with the 2-inch belt if you wanted to in there. Let's see if that comes out all the way. We'll do this real fast just so I can know for sure, because I don't normally wear a 2-inch belt, but let's just see what kind of opening you have here. Yeah, so you can actually probably put a 2 1/4 inch belt in there if you want to. But you can take all those out and adjust them. And then you just slide this over your belt. Again, this isn't going to be adjusted for me because I've took those out. But then you lock that back, and now that's going to be on your belt. You take your pouch, slide it in. You'll hear it click. Now, once it's in that click position, to release it, you've got this lever here. that you push in and then slide it out. So you can choose to do it to where this lever's on the bottom. I've actually found it a little bit easier whenever I put it on my belt or on my vest, and more in particular, is I put it on upside down to where this is up at the top, and then I've slid this in like this. Then it locks into place, and now your little lever's right there, easy to get to. And I've had no problem with this one being full of weight and feeling like it was going to fall out whatsoever. So it's basically a click lock, I think they call it a rotate quick release. So it just snaps in, and then once you have it in there, you just push that in, snaps out, and you can buy multiples of these. So that's the nice part about it. So like if you want to have these on several different things that you wear and you use the same pouch over and over again, you can go from, you know, your vest to a different pouch to your belt, however it is that you want to use it. But it also is not just a quick lock system. It also is a rotate quick lock. So you can see all these little kind of teeth inside of here. And then you also have those right here. So you have a male and female. You slide that in. So if you're wearing your pouch and that's just like up and down, but maybe you've got to turn some way, you can unlock it, spin it a little bit. You can see it locks into place right there at an angle now. And I'll show you the clip of what I use for the Murphy speed pouch. You can kind of see where you can kind of change that a little bit. If you're working in an odd position, maybe off a ladder or something like that, and you want to change the angle at which your tools are, that's a nice option. You don't see that on the, you know, tough built and all that other kind of stuff. Same type of idea of click and move it to something else, but that rotates kind of a little bit different. But that's price, features, how it works, amount of pockets and all that kind of stuff, and bare bones. Let's go ahead and I'll change the angle a little bit, and we'll swap the tools over from my MP2X over into this technician's pouch. And I got a few other bigger tools and stuff just to give you an idea as well. That way you can decide if your tools would fit in here. Again, I'm just going to use the tools that I carry in my MP2X. I've got a few like bigger pliers like lineman and stuff that I don't normally use, but I'll put in here just to give you an idea as well. But here's a non-contact voltage tester. I'd probably put that, I've ran mine up here in the front like that, along with a precision driver as well. So again, that's kind of the idea of these front pockets up here. That precision driver, I think, is bottomed out right there. So that gives you an idea of the height. But you could probably still put a little bit smaller screwdriver. I mean, you could slide one in there if you want to. It's just going to stick up quite a bit. And then you do have that bigger pocket, you know, back there in the back as well. So here is the Klein magnetic ball handle with the 8-in-1. The magnet on this is phenomenal. And if you put any of the drop-in LED flat panel lights, that little bitty screw for that small box to put all your wires in, such a pain, and this magnet worked out great for that. So I really did like using this screwdriver on that particular job. I normally run mine on my right side, so I put my screwdrivers kind of up in here. Now normally in my MP2X, I don't run this and that. I usually run 3 screwdrivers. I put this in there as a multi-bit, and then I run my dedicated Phillips and solid, or sometimes I run this depending upon the job. But I'm going to go ahead and put this one in here just to give you an idea to fill up the space. So I'm going to start with all screwdrivers. So there's my vessel tang through. It gets a little bit tighter in these smaller pockets up here. So again, I might put my 2 dedicateds up here on this end, and then my extra ones I was running back here, but I haven't ran this inside of this pouch, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Here is a pair of diagonals. I was putting those there, and then here were my wire strippers. That's where I was running them. That way I knew my diagonals were in the front, wire strippers were in the back. Here are my Snap-on 7-inch Talon grips, the best lock nut pliers out there. If you deal with lock nuts very often, these have been phenomenal. That's the reason why they stay in this pouch. I was just telling somebody in a comment yesterday, I use my 9-inch ones more often for just random stuff, but I actually use these the most because of the type of work I do. I was using these quite a bit. So you can slide these in there, or you could also slide them down inside of this front pouch up here. That's where I was running them, just to keep them a little bit separate. So this is kind of how my pouch was looking, even though the picture of what I showed you might look different. I was moving stuff around at that point. And then I got a little pair of Cobras just in case I need them. Those fit in here as well. So all the same tools out of my MP2X, other than I do keep a 5/16 1/4-inch little bit in case I end up needing that for something. I normally put it over into this, or I can still put it in this. It just makes it a little bit longer screwdriver, but that gives me an option of having a nut driver on me, because every now and then in electrical work, especially if you're doing light fixtures and stuff, you run into needing a 1/4 or 5/16 or something like that. And then I always carry just a knife on me. Usually I've also got one in my pocket. Same thing here, slide that on the front. So all those same tools pretty well fit in there. And as you put the tools in there, that space in the middle does kind of get full. So it does fill out really nice, but you can see everything is spread out fairly decent there to where you can easily see where everything is. I still have this over here on the side where you could put a tape measure if that's what you want to hang right there, or you can also put your knives and a flashlight or other stuff like that over here on this side too, because whenever I put this on my right side, it's more off to my side to where it's kind of on my back side anyways. So again, just to give you an idea, and you'd still have this back pocket back here in the back. You can't really get to that much. I did notice that if you're running other tools, but you can slide stuff in there if you really, really want to. And it's a tool maybe you want to carry with you, but you don't have good access once you put like another pair of pliers, in here. It's kind of hard to get down in there to get that. So like for instance, if I take those lineman pliers, so that's a pretty big pair of linemen right here. This is those journeyman linemen. You can still put those. You can tuck that back in that if you want to, or you can even put it inside of there, and they still don't stick up too bad. So that's all the tools out of my MP2X. Just to give you an idea, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in there, and then I'll show you real quick it on my belt on my person so you can get an idea of how it sits. And as I mentioned, installing couldn't be easier. All you do is take the dial that's on the back of the pouch, you put your holster on your belt, your vest, wherever it is that you want to wear it, and then you just simply put it on there. It's a matter of just taking it and dropping it down in there. You'll hear a click. You hear that little click right there. Now I know it's good and secure. As far as the height, you can kind of see it there on me. Good height, in my opinion, for a pouch. If I take my MP2X, let's see if I can kind of catch it on my belt over here as well. Stick a screwdriver in it in the normal location just to give you an idea of the height difference. It's slightly a little bit higher than my MP2X, but it's definitely not high enough that it's going to be sitting there digging tools inside of my waist as I use it or anything like that. So again, very simple to get off now. I just come in, hit the little button, pull up on my pouch, it comes right off. Or also you can, let's say again, I'm working on a ladder, I'm kind of tilted back like this a little bit. If I want to change the angle of my pouch, I push that button, turn it till it clicks, and now that angle has kind of shifted. So very nice system again on the quick lock. And if you bought yourself some extra things to mount in your truck, you could easily take your pouch off and then go and hang it in your truck. Ultimately, I feel like it's a good system and a good pouch. But there you go, guys. There is the Atlas 46 Technician's pouch. A good pouch, in my opinion, for the amount of tools that you're going to use. It's not like a small pouch for your just bread and butters for your EDC carry or anything like that, but it's a pouch for whenever you're doing a specific job and you need multiple pliers, multiple screwdrivers, the same way that I use my MP2X. This is a great pouch with a nice locking system. Again, I kind of prefer a clip like this because I go from my pants to a vest, to a this, to a that. I'd have to buy several of these and kind of change stuff around if I wanted to. But as far as a locking, rotating clip system goes, this is by far the best one that I've seen out of all those type of systems. So I do really like it actually as well. But again, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. If you've been running any Atlas 46 pouches, if you've got the Murphy Speed pouch, you've got the Technician's pouch, they've got some other pouches as well. Let us know your feedback in the comments below of what you like about them, what you don't like about them. Always good to get feedback from other people as well. But hopefully this video was helpful in some way. As always, you guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video.